I've been trying to do a lot of research because I really wanted to do this naturally. I'm really big into doing holistic medicine. I know that's not common for a lot of people. And don't get me wrong, I'm all into medicine when I have to take it. Hence why I'm, better now. But I'm all about medicine, but I do believe in natural healing as well, because sometimes medication side effects are way worse than the actual condition themselves. So I did some research, and some of my friends did some research. My friend Julia, she was at a Tony Robbins seminar, and she recorded one of the doctors that he had on there. Basically, it didn't say the doctor's name. I'm so sorry. I wish I can give it to you. But basically was saying that your bowels inside, you clean the bowels, you clean your intestines, you clean the GI tract, the whole nine, that's what happens. When you clean it, everything else heals. Saw some fantastic results and fantastic pictures on there. That's the only thing I didn't get checked. I got my cells checked. I got checked for everything. Speaking of viruses, from everything under the sun. I got checked for HIV, any type of STDs, any type of infections, cancer, the whole nine. Didn't have any of that. So, but they said that if you go ahead and check your insides, that if you have anything within your colon, or if you have little pockets of bacteria or anything else, then that could be a cause for it. That's the only thing I haven't got checked yet, which, maybe I should do that, but I don't know. Besides that, a lot of holistic doctors as well. Dr. Robert Morse. I've heard about him from my friend Christine, but not only that, which is really funny, my friend Paul, he put me onto Vegetable Police, and Vegetable Police actually references Dr. Morse a lot. And so I went to check. He says your lymphatic system is backed up. Basically, your lymphatic system is backed up, your kidneys are not filtrating, and also the adrenals, they're not working properly. So what Dr. Morris says is to go on either a 40-day grape fast or a fruit fast, which is absolutely awesome. I tried the grape fast. I did that for like a few days. I'm not gonna lie to you, that when I started doing that, my skin started healing up a little bit, which was awesome, but I was so severe, it was too late, man. I couldn't take it anymore, and that's why I jumped and I fast forward straight to the Humira biologics. But he's on to something. Definitely, he has a lot of testimonies too, which is absolutely awesome. I recommend looking into his stuff if you want. And speaking of Vegetable Police, I heard you're eating meat, loser. You know what? I wish you all the gains. That's right. You know what I'm talking about. Nah, I'm definitely subscribed to Vegetable Police. That dude is funny. Vegetable Police also talks about a lot of fasting, like water fast, which I heard from my friend Penelope too, which is awesome. If you do some research on water fasting, the results are amazing. I had no choice but to water fast in the hospital because I couldn't eat at the time. My body would react, and then all of a sudden, I was like, I don't want to eat anything. So 5 days in the hospital, I didn't eat. I was just on water, and they injected me with a high dose of Benadryl to actually sleep, and so I wasn't itching and scratching. So that was that. But another person that I ended up on social media is Yulenka, and this is her Instagram. She was actually awesome. She actually responded to me, which was really cool. She actually helped her daughter's eczema. She had severe eczema, and basically went on a fruit diet, and that helped her eczema. And I was like, holy crap, that was really awesome. But not only that, a couple of my friends mentioned medical medium Anthony Williams, and I know it sounds a little kooky, but he's onto something as well. The reason being is because once I was on my Humira biologics, I actually went on his protocol. I didn't do the celery juice because we don't have a juicer, and I didn't want to blend it. I know it's stupid to say, but I didn't want to blend it. I did all the other things that he recommended for psoriasis, being raw vegan. And for 2 months I did that, and it boosted my healing really fast. To put it to you this way, my dermatologist said when I was taking Humira injections, I wouldn't see anything. I wouldn't see any results until about 3 months. I would see a slight change. Being on the Humira injections and also the medical medium's protocol for psoriasis, within the first month, I cleared up like this. I'm talking about super clear. I was skinny, as you can see, but my skin was really red. If you saw the show I was on, Bake With Me by Hoffy's Heart, my friend Robin, she's the host, and she's absolutely amazing. She has everyone with different ailments and disabilities on there. When you saw, I was super skinny. I was really red still. That was the first month that I was healed. Again, that was on medical medium's protocol, but also the Humira injections. A friend of mine, Sean, he sent me another doctor that was saying that it may be a gluten intolerance or a gluten allergy. When I was raw vegan, I cut out all gluten. I felt a lot better. Felt good, and after the healing, I went to, vegetarianism. Still didn't keep that gluten in there. Now that I'm better, I have a little gluten here and there. I'm not a huge like, oh my god, gluten fan, but that seems to help as well, because I hear from a lot of people they stay away from gluten because gluten actually affects them. Again, that can deal with the colon and Crohn's disease. I don't know. That's the only thing. Again, I didn't get checked on the inside, so maybe that'll help you. Medical mediums, what he says is that instead of being your lymphatic system backed up or your colon or anything else, he actually says it has to deal with your liver. Now, the reason why I went on to his protocol, again, I know a lot of this sounds kooky, but I'm trying to find the balance of life. My liver was actually super severe and failing from the psoriasis. And so besides, my white blood cells, my hemoglobin, my red blood cells, the whole nine. So, but my liver was doing really bad to the point they didn't want to give me medication because they were afraid that my liver was going to just tax out. So what are the odds that one day, I'm back home, I'm listening to his podcast, and then he talks about the liver. I was like, oh, okay. And that day, while I'm listening to the podcast, I go in the mail, and when I opened it up, my test results said that my liver was really, really damaged. And I was like, oh boy, that's not a good sign. But what are the odds that I'm listening to that podcast? He's talking about the liver in there. So basically he's saying that there's a toxin that's in your liver, and basically it floats up to the skin. He likes to call it a dermatoxin. If you want to know more about it, I'm not going to go into super detail. Go onto his podcast for psoriasis and eczema. And it's actually pretty interesting to listen to. So you can do some research like that. And I have one of his books. I have the Medical Medium book, but you can also go and get his other books as well.